Ethiopia, the hidden gem of Africa. Oh, I never thought I'd find myself in a place like this, but here I am in Ethiopia. This incredible country is about to blow your mind, and I'm taking you on a journey through 11 amazing places that will make you want to pack your bags right now. Ethiopia isn't just another African country. It's a land of ancient history, breathtaking landscapes, and cultures that will leave you speechless. From rock-carved churches that defy gravity to volcanoes that look like they're from another planet, Ethiopia has it all. And guess what? We're going to see it all in just 1 minute. Are you ready? Let's go. Ancient wonders, Lalibela and Aksum. Our first stop is Lalibela. And let me tell you, this place is mind-blowing. Imagine 11 massive churches, not built from the ground up, but carved into the rock. That's right, these medieval masterpieces were chiseled out of volcanic rock 900 years ago. It's like walking into a time machine. Did you know that pilgrims still come here to pray? It's not just a tourist attraction, it's a living, breathing part of Ethiopian culture. Now let's zoom over to Aksum. This ancient city is home to giant obelisks that'll make your jaw drop. Some of these stone towers are over 30 meters tall, but check this out. Legend has it that the Ark of the Covenant is hidden here. Yes, that Ark of the Covenant, Indiana Jones, eat your heart out. Natural marvels, Simien and Mountains. Now, let's hit the mountains. First up, the Simien Mountains National Park. This place is so epic, it's like the Grand Canyon decided to put on a green jacket. Jagged peaks, deep valleys, and views that'll make your head spin. But the real stars here, the animals? Ever heard of a Gelada baboon? These guys have a bright red patch on their chest that looks like a bleeding heart. It's metal and cute at the same time. And if you're lucky, you might spot a Walia ibex. It's like a mountain goat on steroids. Now let's jump over to the Bale Mountains. This place is totally different, but equally awesome. Imagine cozy cabins nestled in lush green forests. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. And listen to this. This park is home to the Ethiopian wolf. With only about 500 left in the wild, seeing one of these is rarer than finding a four-leaf clover. Extreme landscapes, Danakil Depression and Geralta Mountains. Alright, are you ready for the most alien landscape on Earth? Welcome to the Danakil Depression. This place is hot, like really, really hot. It's one of the lowest and hottest places on the planet. But don't let that scare you, because what you'll see here is out of this world. Imagine a sea of salt as far as the eye can see, punctuated by neon-colored hot springs that look like they're from another planet. And the cherry on top, an active volcano with a lava lake. It's like Mother Nature decided to throw a psychedelic party. Now let's cool off a bit and head to the Geralta Mountains. These sandstone cliffs will make you feel like you've stepped onto the chi, and set eat som me my same ye white chain pe man max. But here's the twist. Hidden in these cliffs are ancient churches, some dating back to the 5th century. To reach them, you have to climb sheer rock faces. It's like Indiana Jones meets Free Solo. Now, let's take a journey into the heart of Ethiopian culture, the Omo Valley. Ever seen someone with a lip plate the size of a frisbee? You will hear. The Hamer people have this crazy bull jumping ritual where young men have to run across the backs of several bulls to prove they're ready for marriage. These tribes have lived in harmony with nature for centuries, and their way of life is a window into our past. It's like time travel without the DeLorean. But listen to this. This way of life is under threat from modernization. So visiting here isn't just cool, it's important. It helps preserve these incredible cultures. Alright, history buffs, this one's for you. We're heading to Gondar, also known as the Camelot of Africa. These 17th century buildings blend African, Arab and Baroque European styles. It's a mashup of cultures that'll make your head spin. Now, let's zoom over to Harar. This place is so special. It's nicknamed Africa's Mecca. It's a walled city with over 100 mosques packed into its narrow streets. But here's the wild part. Every night, men known as the hyena men feed wild hyenas by hand. Yeah, you heard that right. They put meat on a stick and let these laughing predators take it right from their mouths. Time to make a splash. We're heading to Bahir Dar and Lake Tana. This massive lake is the source of the Blue Nile. Yeah, that Nile. Hop on a boat and explore these ancient religious sites, some of which date back to the 14th century. The walls are covered in colorful murals that tell biblical stories. It's like a medieval comic book. And if you're lucky, you might spot a hippo or two lounging in the shallows. Just don't get too close. These guys aren't as cuddly as they look. Now, let's hit the big city, Addis Ababa. This place is the heartbeat of Ethiopia, a lively metropolis where tradition meets modernity. First stop, Mercato, the largest open-air market in Africa. This place is chaos in the best possible way. You can find everything here, from spices that'll make your nose tingle to hand-woven textiles that are explosion of color. It's also home to the African Union headquarters, a symbol of the continent's unity and future. And for a dose of history, check out the National Museum. Here's a mind-blowing fact. This is where you'll find Lucy, the 3.2 million year old human ancestor. And when the sun goes down, Addis comes alive with music and dance. Ethiopian jazz is world famous, and for good reason. The rhythms will have you moving before you know it. Alright, wildlife lovers, this one's for you. Ethiopia isn't just about history and culture, it's a haven for some of Africa's most unique animals. Let's start with the Simien Mountains again, but this time we're focusing on its furry inhabitants. Remember those Gelada baboons? Well, get ready to get up close and personal. These guys are super chill around humans, so you can sit right in the middle of a huge troop as they go about their day. It's like being in a real-life nature documentary. Now, let's head back to Bale Mountains National Park. This place is a hotspot for endemic species. Animals you won't find anywhere else in the world. The star of the show, the Ethiopian wolf, with its red coat and fox-like appearance. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And check this out, it's the world's rarest canid. But that's not all. Keep your eyes peeled for the mountain Nyala, a majestic antelope that calls this park home. It's like a real-life unicorn. Now let's talk about something close to my heart. Food. Ethiopian cuisine is a flavor explosion that'll make your taste buds dance. First up, injera. This spongy flatbread is the foundation of Ethiopian meals. It's tangy, it's unique, and it's absolutely delicious. But here's the cool part. It's not just food, it's also your utensil. You use it to scoop up the various stews and dishes. It's like edible cutlery. Speaking of stews, you got to try dorawat. It's a spicy chicken stew that's considered Ethiopia's national dish. The secret? A spice blend called berber that'll set your mouth on fire in the best possible way. And for all you coffee lovers out there, you're in for a treat. Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee, and they take it seriously. The traditional coffee ceremony is an experience in itself. It's not just a drink, it's a social event that can last for hours. And trust me, once you taste Ethiopian coffee, you'll never look at your morning cup the same way again. Let's wrap up our Ethiopian adventure with something profound, the spiritual side of this amazing country. Ethiopia is one of the oldest Christian nations in the world, and its religious traditions are absolutely fascinating. Remember those rock-hewn churches in Lalibela? Well, they're not just tourist sites. They're living, breathing centers of faith. Imagine joining thousands of white road pilgrims for Timkat, the Ethiopian Epiphany. The energy is electric, but Christianity isn't the only faith here. Ethiopia is also home to some of the oldest mosques in Africa. The Al-Najashi Mosque, built in the 7th century, is believed to be the first mosque in Africa. And let's not forget the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's unique traditions. Ever heard of a church that you can only reach by climbing a sheer cliff face with a rope? That's the Abuna Yamatagu Church in Tigray. Talk about a leap of faith. But perhaps the most mind-blowing religious claim in Ethiopia is the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, that Ark, the one from Indiana Jones, it's said to be hidden in a chapel in Axum. No one's allowed to see it except for a single guardian monk. Now that's a secret worth keeping. That's it, folks. 11 incredible places in Ethiopia that'll make you want to book a flight right now. From ancient churches carved into rock to baboons with bleeding hearts on their chests, from lava lakes to hidden monasteries, Ethiopia is a country that defies expectations at every turn. It's a place where history comes alive, where nature puts on a show like nowhere else, and where cultures have thrived for thousands of years. But listen to this. What makes Ethiopia truly special isn't just the sights or the sounds or even the tastes. It's the people, the warmth, the hospitality, the pride in their heritage. It's something you have to experience to believe. So, what are you waiting for? Ethiopia is calling, and trust me, it's a call you don't want to ignore. This is Dean Shah, and that's 1 Minute. See you in Ethiopia.